Welcome to KMA TV, strategies aimed at getting you and your business from here to here. This week I want to talk about how you grow your business. Now, there's really only 4 ways, although I suppose you could say 5 if you include reducing costs, which, to be fair, is how most traditional accountants talk to their clients and say, you need to cut costs, you need to cut costs. Obviously, I am an advocate of making sure that you are as lean as you can be, but that's really only something that you can do every so often. It's not something that's going to be, you're able to do month after month. So, what do I mean about 4 ways to grow? How do you grow? Well, clearly there's a number of ways. One is to get more customers. Now, obviously that means you've got to go out there and bring in new customers. That obviously has an implication in terms of time and marketing. You can increase the frequency of spend from your existing customers, so that's getting them to buy more often. And you can then increase the number of services or products that they take from you. So that means, you know, effectively upselling, cross-selling, getting them to buy the services and products that they don't already. And then obviously you can increase your prices, which would affect your existing customers and obviously new customers. Well, in this episode, I want to talk about getting more customers. Now, clearly getting new customers is not the cheapest option because you have got increased marketing costs and obviously the administration costs of looking and converting those leads. So what most people tend to do is think, okay, well, I need more leads. So the easiest way is slash prices, discount. Now, I would always ask you to do this with real caution and actually think about it, because it really does depend on a number of factors. Okay, you will see people out there, you know, sales, etc., and the idea behind that is to obviously get more people in and then hope with a view to trying to sell them the higher value ticket items that they have. Usually that's, you know, furniture, the classy ones that we see on the TV. Obviously, to get more customers, you know, you need more leads, you need to convert more. So there are small tweaks and changes that you need to do over a number of areas. And I would certainly say, you know, you need to get better at your marketing. You need to be more expert. You need to get in front of the right audience with the right proposition. Equally, you know, you need to perhaps look at your conversion, your sales and marketing. You know, how many leads are you getting? Can you up that? Because an extra 10% would make a big difference on conversion rates. And obviously, you know, continually look at how you try to convert those leads. Discounting, I'd really advise caution on that. It's not something I particularly personally advocate. And actually, I've just produced an infographic on this, which I'm more than happy to kind of share with you, which will show you the effect of discounting. Because actually, what tends to happen when people reduce prices is that they end up cutting corners, which means you can't deliver the service, you can't deliver the quality, and unfortunately, it's usually potentially a recipe for disaster because you overcommit, you don't deliver, and then you disappoint and you don't get people coming back. And in the world we live in, where, you know, social media is everywhere, you want people to love and talk about your brand for the right reasons, not for the wrong reasons. So I definitely advise caution if you're going to discount. But that's it for now from KMA TV for this week. Until next week, have a great week. Bye.